With the end of the tourist season, we have started to do can pickup in the Comal River. The contribution that we make is very small. There are scuba divers that come in and do the majority of the pickup, but we want to try and help out as much as we can with things like this. It is our river, and we do really appreciate it and love it. This is typical of what you'll find at the end of the year. Lots and lots of cans. Actually, during the season, it's a lot more. There's a lot more cans. I was actually impressed, at least with the first part of the swim today, that the amount of cans wasn't too substantial. As we moved upriver, there was a few spots where there was larger collections. This is one such spot here. And we both work together. I have the larger bag, and Ledette carries a smaller bag for more for trinkets, but she'll carry some cans in there as well. Gets a little heavy swimming with them. They do tend to hold a lot of water, and that it's more drag than anything. And as we were doing our collection, we happened upon this big old snapping turtle. It was trying to hide, or probably just buried. It was actually like that when we came upon it, so we didn't want to disturb it. It's just hanging loose and relaxing in the water there. And back to pickups. There's a lot of repetitive dives, pretty shallow in this area. Visibility was a little less than super clear. Super clear days come pretty often, but today was a little hazy in the water, but overall pretty darn good. A little hazy in the Comal is still getting a 20-30 foot of visibility. And I have just a relatively large mesh bag, which is like a sling, so I kind of wear it over my shoulder, and I have the camera on top of it. And if I do get hung up on anything, I have a emergency knife / bandage scissors on my leg that I'll use to cut everything away. It's just in case. You have to be prepared and plan ahead just in case the unexpected does occur. And this is a sock. I don't know if you could see that. Just a little bit there, but that was a sock that was down there. And there's my wife, Ledette. We're just having a great old time. There's a lot of plastic bottles in there too. I think that was lemonade or something like that. I didn't get a good look at the label. And she was using the light. It was still daytime, but she was using the light just to see some reflections. This is a little deeper in this area. It's about 15 feet maybe. It's just a plastic fork or a plastic spoon. And then this is that real smooth, stony bottom. A lot of the river's bottom is made up of that material. And coming back in, some more plastic and a aluminum cap. That's another deeper dive. This area is right under the railroad bridge, I believe. I believe we're going to come right up here in a minute, and you're going to see the railroad bridge, basically looking up at the railroad bridge right here. And there's some plastic bags hung up under here. This is one of them places where you could get your get loose things, could get caught in here. So you have to be extra cautious around these limbs, underwater limbs. But that was a Wonder Bread bag. There's people that camp on one side of the river, and you tend to find a lot of like eggshells and things along that line, things that campers would have in their campsite. We're just treading water here, looking. Oh, that's the phone. So Ladette found this. There's actually 2 phones in that bag, and there's an ID in there as well. So we're planning on getting those back. We actually have the person's ID, driver's license, and that's going to enable us to return, well, at least their license, but we'll return the phone and as well. It's probably not going to be operable. This is where the scuba rings are. A lot of scuba diving practice in that area of the river because it's deeper, and the rings are there for the attachment of the scuba float that'll stay at the surface on a rope, so that people know that there are divers present, or the dive flag. Usually they use a little float. Oh, and this was some cold cuts. We'll make a sandwich when we get back out of that. And then back onto the steps at Hinman Park, and I'm going to have some live commentary from the day here in a moment. That's just kind of getting a look at the bag, and there's Ladette again.
I'm going to try, we'll give you an update. That's an ID in there, so we may be able to get this one back. And this was, both these phones were in this bag. So it was quite the day today. Look at this bag of trash that we got out. I think a lot of different cans. Large assortment.
It was a great day. Hope you enjoyed the video. And until next time, take care.